It began with a phone call. A desperate woman's voice rang through the 911 line in May 2010. "They're after me," she cried. Her name was Shannan Gilbert. That night, she ran terrified into the marshes of Oak Beach, Long Island, and disappeared. When police began searching for Shannan, they had no idea what they were about to uncover, because in looking for one missing woman, they stumbled into the work of a killer who had been hiding in plain sight for years. In December 2010, along a lonely stretch of Ocean Parkway, investigators made a chilling discovery: human remains. At first, it seemed like a single tragedy, but then another set of remains, and another, for women all found within days of each other. They would come to be known as the Gilgo Four: Melissa, Maureen, Megan, and Amber. For young women, for lives cut short, for families destroyed, all left in the same way: wrapped, hidden, discarded, like someone's terrible signature carved into the sand. But the horror didn't stop there. As the search widened, more remains surfaced. Bodies dating back years, some just fragments, some scattered, some belonging to women who had disappeared decades earlier. One shoreline became a mass graveyard, a silent witness to a serial predator. And then, the question that haunted everyone: was Shannan one of his victims? Or was her disappearance something else entirely? Investigators scrambled. Cadaver dogs searched the brush. Helicopters scanned the coastline. Families waited by their phones. Every discovery raised new questions. Who were these victims? How many killers were at work? And why had it taken so long for anyone to notice the pattern? The deeper police dug, the more tangled the mystery became. Some remains were linked, others didn't fit. One Jane Doe remained unidentified for 20 years before DNA finally gave her a name: Valerie Mack. Another, identified in 2023, was Karen Vergata. But others are still nameless ghosts of Gilgo Beach. Meanwhile, suspicion fell everywhere: neighbors, clients, strangers. Even Shannan's death was dismissed by some as accidental, a tragic coincidence. But her family never believed it, and neither did the public. Years passed. The case grew cold. But behind the scenes, investigators worked quietly, tracking cell phones, analyzing digital trails, waiting for technology to catch up with the killer. And then, in July 2023, came the breakthrough that shook New York. A man was arrested, Rex Heuermann, a respected architect, a husband, a father, someone who lived a seemingly ordinary life in the suburbs. Yet prosecutors say he is the monster who stalked women, lured them, and left their bodies in the marsh. DNA evidence, cell phone records, hair fibers. Piece by piece, the walls closed in around him. He now faces charges for the murders of at least 7 women. But even with a suspect behind bars, the questions haven't stopped. Was he the only one? Did others use Gilgo Beach as their dumping ground? And what about the women still unidentified? This is more than a crime story. It's a labyrinth of secrets, families torn apart, lives erased, and decades of unanswered questions. The Gilgo Beach murders remain one of America's darkest mysteries. And even with a suspect awaiting trial, the marshes still whisper of secrets yet to be uncovered. The Gilgo Beach murders remain one of America's darkest mysteries, because nothing stays buried forever. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Cold Case Chronicles for more chilling, unsolved mysteries.